Joining us on the stage, actress, entrepreneur, New York Times best-selling author, vegan inspiration. She will be joined by our very own WLTX, Whitney Sullivan. Please give a Columbia welcome to Miss Tabitha Brown.
So I'm so excited. I really am truly honored. And we know so many people. When I say that the folks have been knocking down our doors talking about we want to see Tab. We want to see Tab. We're so excited to have you. Not just because of what you do, but who you are. And what you represent. Black excellence, Black joy. It's so beautiful. And you give God the glory the whole way through.
Amen to that.
Amen.
Thank you.
So y'all know we love Jesus around here. So if Tab drops a word, go ahead and say amen. Amen. Let the church say amen.
Okay.
See, don't we love it? They said
don't
amen.
we love black folks? Amen.
Amen.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so this is my first question. When you think about your career, exceedingly abundantly above all that you could ask for or imagine. 20 years ago, 25 years ago, could you imagine that you would be in this place?
You know what? No. I mean, I always knew something big was coming, but you know, God said it's more than I can imagine. And so I know now, like, this is what the overflow feels like, right? But every day I still wake up, I be like, for real, Lord, this my life, Jesus? Honey, very good. I'm grateful. I'm grateful. Yes, absolutely.
Like so, like that.
Baby, like so, like that.
Like
honey.
so, like that.
Yes.
So one of the reasons that I feel like so many people love you is because of your authenticity. Can you speak to making sure that you are you throughout your whole career and in everything you do?
You know what? For the first 20 years of pursuing acting and entertainment, I wasn't the real me, right? I covered myself, I conformed, I code switched, I covered my accent, I wore my hair one way. I did everything to fit in and try to make it in Hollywood, right? And I was doing what I would see other people do, thinking like, oh, this is what they like, this is what I need to be. And when I got sick and literally prayed to God, like, if you heal me, you can have me, what that meant was I couldn't live my life the way that I had tried to live it, right? The way I wanted to live it anymore. I had to live it the way He created me to live it, which meant I just had to be me, the Tab that we all know now. And when I started to take those layers off, what I realized was like the very thing that people love about me was the thing I used to hide, right? And so now just showing up is so important to me to be free. Because when you're living your life for others, that's not freedom, right?
Amen, amen, amen.
Yeah.
That's
But
a
also,
word.
and I say this all the time, but when God revealed to me, He was like, you always trying to fit in. How would you ever stand out? And so I was like, well, here we is, okay?
Y'all.
Yeah. So
Now, if I do a lap real quick, don't act up, okay? I love that.
Yeah.
But that's so real. It's like, how can you lead the choir if you're just trying to be in the background, right?
Yeah.
Now, I love that you talked about freedom, which speaks to your new book. So excited about it. I did a new thing. Okay, tell everybody about it. I mean, it's so inspirational. It's really about doing it afraid, getting out there and taking a chance. So talk to us about your book.
So I did a new thing. I started this challenge back in like 2014, I think it was the first year that I ever did it. I just made it up. I made up the challenge myself. I was really in a state of like, okay, now I had, my son was, he was small, about 2 years old. And I was in such a routine of doing kind of like the same thing every day. And what I realized was like, that kind of makes you a little depressed sometimes. It's boring. When you do the same thing every single day, you start not to feel well. And so I was like, I want to try something new, but I'm going to try to do something new every day. So I originally started it with my kids. Like, I took them on a scavenger hunt. We made it up, and we looked up stuff online and printed it out, and we went through the city in Los Angeles looking for different things on the scavenger list. And I was like, okay, tomorrow we'll try something else. And every day I discovered something new about myself. Things that I liked, things I didn't like. I'm like, oh, okay, I tried that. I ain't got to never do that again. Okay. Food, trying new things. And it really shifted my mood. It shifted how I felt. And my mind was open to new things. And so every year I was like, every year I'm going to do this. I'm going to just try to do something new for 30 days every day. And so when I did it again 2 years ago, I was like, oh, you know what? I'm a journal it this time and write a book about it to encourage other people to try something new. Because sometimes, I mean, how many of us get in routine and we do the same thing every day and nothing shifts in us? How do we grow that way? All we do is get older. But if we're not trying something new, then we're not really growing. We're just aging. And that's different. It's different.
That's different. And I think, too, yes, come on, clap it up. It's a word. And I think there's no age limit, young or more seasoned, because there's not an expiration date on excellence, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, you can always go for it. Now, people are hearing this and like, yeah, I want to do something new. But realistically, for a lot of folks, the idea of trying something new just seems so overwhelming. They're like, hey, I want to be like Tab. I want to start creating content. I want to write a book. I want to be whatever it is. But that idea just feels very overwhelming. So what would your guidance, your advice be for somebody who is like, I want to do something new, but I'm just afraid?
I think stop overthinking, right? Something new ain't got to be big. Right? It could be, I wore a different color lipstick. I did my hair different today. Some people only wear black all the time because they be like, this make me look smaller. But then one day you might decide, I'm gonna wear color and see how you feel, right? It ain't gotta be something big, but if you want it to be big, honey, that's also your business. You can do something big as well. You can turn your camera on your phone and do your first video and do it afraid, right? Somebody came here today by themselves and that might have been the first time they ever did something by themselves. That's something small to others, but something big for you. So I think not overthinking the thing that is new for you. Even food. It's a lot of picky eaters, honey, in the world. So to try out new food is also a big deal, and it's something new.
I love that. And it makes it, you know the saying, you don't have to eat the whole elephant, you eat it piece by piece. So it's very tangible things that we can do.
Absolutely.
What is your biggest prayer that people take away when they finish reading your book?
I think the opportunity that you can try something new, right? That's my biggest prayer, is that people are encouraged to do something for themselves. Because a lot of times we live for everybody else. I know as a mama and as a wife, we take care of everybody else all the time, make sure everybody else got what they need. And by the time you get to you too tired. So my takeaway is hopefully that you say, you know what, this is for me. I'm gonna try something because I wanna try it, right? It ain't got nothing to do with nobody else, but do it for you.
Sure. Because self-care is not selfish.
That's right, it's self-love.
Oh,
That's right.
come on. So out of all of the adventures that you've taken on, all of the journeys, is there anything that you have unexpectedly learned about yourself, whether it's acting, content creation, being an author? Like, what's the biggest surprise takeaway that you've taken?
Ooh, girl, the biggest surprise is entrepreneurship. Like, I love business. I never thought that. I mean, I'm a creative, so I just always like performing and cutting up and acting and doing all the things. I didn't know I would fall in love with business, but I do like it. I guess because that's my business hood, but I do love it. I do.
It's your business to like that business.
I do.
Yeah.
I really enjoy it, but I also love helping other small businesses. I've been passionate about that for the last 8 years, and it's just something that I enjoy doing.
Okay, so if somebody is entering the business world, what is your biggest piece of advice for them?
Do it your way. Be inspired by people, but don't try to imitate what they've done.
Yeah. And that goes back to what you said earlier about you having your own authentic voice, right? Not trying to blend in.
That's right.
Okay, so Ms. Tab, I want you to know that I own several of your products.
Oh, come on. Very good. Come on.
Because we support. Yes,
you.
yes. And so one of the conversation pieces that have been happening recently has been about the DEI rollbacks at Target. Tell me how you're navigating that space, because that is where you sell some of your products. So what's that looked like?
Well, I was very vocal about this when it first happened, and we all found out at the same time. I found out when y'all found out. I was looking at it like, say what now? But what I knew was, I have 2 different deals with Target. A lot of people don't understand this side of business. So the products that I create that live in Target is called a licensing deal, right? That means I, in partnership, create these for Target. They're not my products. It's just a collaboration. But Donna's Recipe, which is my hair care line, I own that business, right? Come on, yes, come on. She said, yes, Donna. Donna on a little twist vacation right now. And so I'm on shelves that way as well. And so, like a lot of other small businesses, when I was trying to explain to people, is that those small business owners will be affected because of this boycott, right? And a lot of them just got started. I'm all right because I own multiple businesses, right? And I do a lot of different things. But most of those people, they put all of their hard, like years, savings, 401k, whatever the case is, into that business with the hopes of getting into retail. And then this happened, and it was like, dang, I know they're gonna suffer, which they are now. And sales are down. They are, but I understand the boycott. I understand why we, have to make noise, because our dollars do count. And so I think they get it. We waiting to see what's gonna happen. I'm waiting with y'all. I'm like, what y'all gonna do? What y'all gonna say, right? But all you can do is navigate it and tell people, hey, you can still support me directly. DonnasRecipe.com. You can go to Ulta Beauty, buy Donna's Recipe at Ulta Beauty. I launched my own fragrance line with my husband. That's tabandchance.com. So just continuing to go on, right? But still uplifting those other businesses who are struggling right now. And, I do Very Good Mondays. Every Monday, I'm always supporting small bit. Come on, yes. Yes, my brother Nick right here. Y'all didn't know that's my co-host.
Hey,
right
Nick, what's going on?
But that's a passion, because at any time, something like this can happen that is out of your control. But if you own your own business and you do have a place to send them, like your website or maybe other small stores, do that as well.
I love that. And I think this is such a good lesson, too, about doing it your own way, right? Mm-hmm. You are able to have that control. So I love that you said that. Now, one of the things, too, we love about you, you're such an advocate for people, right? And lifting people's spirits. Why has that been so important for you?
Girl, ain't we in this world together?
And we are.
Baby, what we gonna do without each other?
And big facts.
I think my mom always taught me everybody got something good to offer. No matter what, right? And I just love people. I'm a people person. I always have been. When me and my husband first got together and we was dating, I remember the day my mom pulled him to the side. She said, let me just tell you something, Chan. She be bringing people home. She like people, so if you ain't a people person, you might want to keep on moving. But I just love people. And I think that gifting has always been my love language, because I like people to know I thought of you. So I'm giving you this because I had you in mind. And I think we all, we all want to be thought of and seen and heard and loved. And so if it don't take no time to just speak to somebody, but also God has blessed me with a platform to where I can help people be seen more. And so that's like a superpower to me. I feel like that's a gift that God has trusted me with. And so it's just important to me. I like it.
We love it. We love it. We love it. And I think that's so beautiful, too, because here's the thing. You don't have to even have a platform in order to make a difference. I mean, just holding the door open, just giving somebody a hug, a smile, it really does make a difference, because you never know what people are going through. And I think that's why your words hit so hard and so beautifully for so many people, because a lot of people just want somebody to speak some life into them, right?
Absolutely. I mean, energy is a real thing, right? We have the power to shift the atmosphere, whether in here or in somebody's, just in passing with that smile, or saying, hey, how you doing? But looking at them in the eye, because you really mean it in the moment. You doing all right? Okay. Because maybe somebody didn't speak to them that day. Maybe it's been a while. I just saw a video yesterday of a guy who was driving DoorDash or Uber Eats, and he had delivered some soccer balls to a neighborhood. And he was crying in his car because the little boy that he delivered the soccer balls to asked his daddy, can I give him a hug? Because he was so excited he got these soccer balls. And the daddy the guy was in the car crying, because he said, I don't know the last time I had a hug. People sometimes just want to be seen, and you don't know what the struggle may be. You don't know how many people might be living by themselves. Somebody ain't called and checked on them. They maybe have a terrible job that they go to every day that's draining. Everybody just needs somebody to see them sometimes.
That's so beautiful. Absolutely. Yeah. And so we can be that person.
Yeah.
We can absolutely be that person. Now, okay, so I have to ask, because you are a business owner, an author, you're doing your social media. I mean, you're a mom, you're a wife, you're a sister, you're everything, okay? So how do you balance it all? How do you stay grounded?
I think the grounding part is making sure my feet is always on the ground, right? But the biggest part with that is I don't believe the hype. I think it was a song back in the day. I didn't understand what that meant. Don't believe the hype. But then I got older. I said, oh, I get it now. It's like, oh, people can hype you up and do all the things, but at the end of the day, I'm just Tab, right? I'm a mama. I'm a wife. The things I really enjoy the most are family. And then the balance is a good schedule, a great team, you know, making sure everything's on that calendar, honey, because if it ain't on it, it don't exist for me. I'd be like, I'm just going to be at the house today then because it ain't on the calendar.
That part.
Okay?
That part.
But when you do have a lot happening, you do have to have a great team in place. And I'm blessed to have a great team that takes care of me that way and makes sure that I have a schedule that I can look at every day and know, like, okay, I got this, this, and this. I also schedule my breaks. I'll schedule a break.
That's good. Schedule that break.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yep.
That's so important because a lot of times we just go, and then we like, why am I laid out on the floor right now?
Right,
Because
burnt out.
Burnt out.
You can't help nobody if you burnt up,
You
honey.
can't, because you can't pour from an empty cup.
You can't.
Come on.
The cup should never go empty.
The cup should never
It
go
should never go empty. It
And
says your cup runneth over, right? And I think what people missed in the word is that the things that run over is what you give to everybody else, but your cup is supposed to stay full.
I told y'all, okay? Somebody about to start shouting. Keep playing. So, okay, I love the inspiration, uplifting, and I love that it's in everything that you do. As you're looking and moving forward, I mean, is there anything else you want to take on? I mean, because you literally can do it all.
Well, you know, right now I'm getting kind of back to my roots, which is acting, which is the thing I love the most, you know. I love to perform ever since I was a little girl, so I'm doing more of that now as a lot of things are coming to a close. I know a lot of people discovered me because of food, but I think that was never my passion. It was never something that I grew up thinking, oh, when I grow up, I want to be a cook and do videos. I did not. But God can use anything to bless you.
Wow.
If you're open to it. And so what he did was he opened my mind to trying something new, which is why I went vegan and I started doing these videos that blessed me in a way that has led me back to be able to do my dream, which is performing. And so I want to, you know, launch a production company, which I have, but I want to start doing more movies and TV shows and all the things, but also helping other people, you know, get their ideas out of their mind onto paper and into the screen. So yeah, those are the things I want to do, honey.
So you're unstoppable. That's what I hear.
Listen.
You're unstoppable. Miss Tab is unstoppable. So one of the things, too, that I absolutely admire is the way that you are lifting other people up, these small businesses. You're talking about helping creatives as well. So anybody who's here and they have a dream and they have a goal and they kind of feel stuck. I love that you said that you have to be open to God. How do you do that? Is it, you know, people be talking about Sierra's prayer. Is there a prayer? Like, what do you do to open yourself up to those opportunities?
You said something that's important. You said they feel stuck, right? And I remember for years feeling stuck, working like my 9 to 5 as a creative, like as an artist. I'm like, God, you got me working in this contract manufacturing job. Lord, I'm working in Macy's. I feel so stuck. I just want to be an actress, right? And for years, we're talking years of retail, of industrial work, shipping work, all these different things where I felt stuck. Fast forward to living in my dreams. The thing that I thought I was stuck in is the thing that helped me know how to run a business today.
Wow.
Right? I know how to run Donna's Recipe because I worked in contract manufacturing, doing all the different things. I know what it is to be in retail because I also worked at Macy's for 5 years. Like, I understand now, like, oh, I wasn't stuck. I was being taught. So sometimes we got to look at our situation for what it is.
I love that.
You know, sometimes we don't understand it when we're going through it because it be tough now. And it do be feeling like we stuck. And it be hurting. And I ain't saying I didn't cry and be like, Lord, what are you doing, Jesus? Are you sure that you need to ask your Father, Lord? Because I don't know what's happening. But now when you look back, every piece makes sense, right? So I say stay encouraged, work while you wait, pursue every day, do one thing. It don't matter how big or small, one thing towards your dream every day. Even if that means just Googling something new about it, reading a new book about it, asking somebody who may be in that business about their experience. But do one thing every day towards your dream.
That's in that again, it makes it so manageable. But I love that you were talking about, my pastor used to tell me, he said, you can wait or you can wait well, right? Are you waiting well? And not to despise small beginnings, because there is a purpose in everything that we are going through. So I love that you said that. As you are continuing to move forward, what is the legacy that you want to have? When people hear Tabitha, what do you want people to feel, to think?
You know, people ask me this often, and I really just be wanting people to know they had a friend in Tab, right? Like, Tab was our friend. She was our girl. She, you know, she was for us. She was with us. And that I wanted everyone to feel loved by the work that I do. That's really it.
That's so beautiful. And it comes across as so authentic as well. All right, and so my last question, I'll wrap up with this. Is there anything surprising about you that people may not know?
Surprising?
Surprising. Let it marinate.
Let's think about it, because I be telling everything.
I know we feel like we know you.
Okay.
We know you.
I feel like I might have talked about this before, but I sleep with my eyes open.
No, you do not.
I do.
Ain't no way.
I do. I close them when I go to sleep, but they open back up. I always tell people I see more when I'm asleep than when I'm awake.
That is good to me. Listen, I tried to learn how to sleep with my eyes open so I can take a nap anywhere, and it's not working.
Girl, when I go into that deep sleep, you would never even know I was asleep because my eyes is open, baby. When me and my husband first started dating, right? My mother-in-law right here too. Honey, I scared him to death. So I didn't tell him, and we was at my sister's house looking at movies, and I done fell asleep, and he was having a full conversation with me, and I wasn't responding. Baby, he started jerking on me, and I startled me and woke me up. I said, what's wrong? He was like, I was talking to you, you won't say nothing. I was like, oh, I was asleep. I said, oh, I forgot to tell you I be sleeping with my eyes open. I'm so sorry. But my mama slept with her eyes open, and my sister does as well.
Oh my goodness.
So it's something that we all
That just
have.
blessed me. So I need to keep working at it. That's going to be one of my new things, is trying to figure out how to sleep with my eyes
I didn't
open.
never, it wasn't taught to me, baby. I was
just
just born
happened.
that way.
It just
Yeah, I don't know. Listen, and my eyes is big, so I guess they don't really close that well. Yeah.
Everybody ain't able. Everybody ain't able. Everybody ain't able. I just want to thank you so much for your time and for stopping here in Columbia. We appreciate you. We are grateful for you.
Absolutely. Thank
Literally,
you.
I mean, all these people out here, thank you for doing what you're doing and how you're doing it.
Thank
You
you.
are making a difference, and you are uplifting others while you're doing it. And so it is a blessing for us to be able to be here with you today. So I just want to speak some life over you and uplift you as you're uplifting other people. We appreciate you, and your voice is needed, and we love you so much.
Thank you.
Give
I
it up
love
for
you
Miss
too.
Tab!
We gotta close it out the right way.
Huh?
And we gotta close. I gotta close it out the right way to the people.
Yes.
First of all, thank y'all. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Okay, like I never want y'all to think that I take for granted the support, especially in the South. I'm from North Carolina, honey. I feel like I'm at home here in South Carolina. But I'm so grateful for y'all. And come on, dress from Target. I see you. I see you, girl. You look good, y'all. Oh, both of y'all, honey, very good.
Hey!
I see you, very good. Thank y'all. And until the next time, honey, y'all go about y'all business, all right? And have a good day. But even if you can't have a good one, don't you dare go messing up nobody else's. God bless y'all. Thank y'all. I see you, girl.